check out my festive headband. If I was gonna have the pumpkin one, I was gonna have to have these ones. I've had these for years. I bought them so long ago, and I keep them every year for Christmas, but I'm having a hard time fitting them and my head in the frame, so just know that they're there, okay? I have to be honest with you, November, crazy, busy, tired month. Like, I am exhausted. I always think about November as, like, the other boring month. Like, there's April and November, and, like, no one really cares about them, and that's why the Sephora sales are in those months, because, you know, it's to make them more exciting. But I am very, very tired. It's been a lot of stuff that's happened. It's a lot of good stuff, but, you know, yeah. I'm going to start with makeup this time, because there are, like, less things, and I know that once I start talking about music and TV, I'm gonna ramble. So if you watched my review video on the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation, you know that I really liked it. And then if you watched my Sephora haul, you know that I bought the foundation. Oddly enough, the foundation that I bought ended up not being the right color. Like, I bought the same color that came in my Ipsy bag, but it was like lighter and pinker. So I was gonna have to return it anyway. And then when I went to Sephora to exchange it, I had this, like, moment of realization, and I was like, this is a $52 foundation. I can't afford a $52 foundation, so instead of exchanging it, I just returned it. And I also returned the NARS Velvet Lip Glide and the Smashbox Concealer, spoiler alert. But, in the month of November, one of my fave YouTubers, Latayla, she, did a review on a foundation that I wanted to try for, like, a really long time, and Latayla and I have very different skin types. She's got combo oily, whereas I have more combo dry, but she really liked this, and then, like, Pixie Woo always used to talk about it, and so many people have talked about it, but, like, also not enough. So I decided to try it myself, and I have been using it every day since I got it. I'm talking about the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum foundation, so not the regular foundation, the serum foundation. The regular foundation is $35, and this one is $30 Canadian. You can get Bourjois at Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada, but, like, only the really big, nice standalone Shoppers Drug Mart. So, like, we have one that's in the mall here. That one doesn't have Bourjois or, like, any of those, like, fancier brands, really. They have, like, Lancome and that sort of thing, but they don't have some of the, like, nicer, hard-to-find brands, but the big ones have Bourjois. And so I went there to get this. Mine is in the shade 51 Vanilla, which I think is the lightest one, and I am obsessed. This is the only foundation that I have worn in a long time that, no matter how dry my skin is, doesn't ever really look cakey and gross on my face. That being said, though, it doesn't really pack a whole lot of coverage. So if coverage is something you need, which I have definitely needed this month because my skin exploded, I don't know what happened. I have to spot conceal, which I don't love to do. I mean, I don't really want to wear a full coverage foundation mask either. I just wish my skin would not have zits. But it definitely doesn't cover enough so that I still feel like I had to spot conceal, but it definitely gives my skin, like, a nice overall kind of, like, natural finish, natural flawless look. Not flawless, natural flawless. It is the foundation I'm wearing right now. What do you think? Next, I actually have no idea why it took me years to try Benefit Erase Paste, but I am obsessed. Okay, like, my life has changed. I will never be able to do my under eye makeup the same way again. Look at this. Look at how nice my under eyes look compared to normal. I mean, mind you, I did my makeup at 8 a.m. this morning, and it is now 7:05. So it's, you know, it's been on for a little while. But still, this stuff is so good. So it came with a little spatula, and I think the thought is that you're supposed to, like, scoop it out and put it on your hand, and then... No, thank you. That sounds like a lot of wasted product and a lot of work. So basically, honestly, what I do is I open it up and I put my brush in it and I just kind of coat both sides of it, and then we go one side, and then I'm not even double dipping, like, so everything is still super sanitary. Mine is in the shade, like, number 1 Fair, and a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube, even the ones that I always think are, like, around my skin tone, use the shade Medium. Now, I've always thought that was that way because then you're using a more orange color and you can kind of correct the blueness, and then you can put a fuller coverage concealer over it and, like, really wipe everything out. But that sounds like a lot of makeup to me. Like, that's fine. If you're looking for, like, really perfectly flawless under eyes, that's what you're gonna have to do. But I'm not. I'm just looking to look like I've slept at some point. So like I said, I do that little trick with the brush, and then I don't even really try to bother blending it out because I'm just gonna put concealer on top of it. And out of all the concealers that I own, the two that I find play the best with this are the Maybelline Age Rewind. This one. So I only have it right now in the shade Brighten, but they make it in, what is it, like Erase, and that's the really yellowy one, and then they also have it in, like, regular Maybelline Selection skin shades. So I have the pinky one, which actually is very similar in color to this, but still not too pink on my skin because this is the combination I'm wearing today, and I don't think it looks too pink under my eyes, do you? But anyway, these played really well together, and also the Born This Way concealer plays really well with this. Basically any concealer with a very like wet formula that doesn't set itself, so that I can go, I can blend it all out with my makeup sponge after, and then like really set it with some loose powder, kind of like baking, but not that much powder, and then that is when I get that really great, flawless under eye look. Hear that? Like, it's closed all the way. You can't turn it anymore, but it just, like, doesn't meet up properly. Whatever. The Too Faced Melted Matte formula is really good. I haven't tried the lighter shades, and typically with liquid lipsticks, light shades, especially when they're white-based, are what's hard to make and hard to do really well. I haven't tried those yet, but I do have this one, which is called Naughty by Nature. It's just this, like, really true brown. I was looking for a dupe of True Brown K by Kylie. I don't know what this is, but it's good enough for me. And I really, really like it. This is a very comfortable formula. This, or Kat Von D Double Dare, which is what I'm wearing right now and what I'm often wearing, are what I reach for on like a daily basis. It's like, do I want a light lip or a dark lip? Do I want Double Dare or do I want Naughty by Nature? And they just like both live in harmony in my purse, basically, because I wear them all the time. But yeah, it was worth a mention to you that this turned out really rad. Now, I don't know that you can still see it. Maybe not. But I've opted this month a lot for, instead of using a nude eyeliner on my waterline, to using this light purple one by Makeup Forever. This is one of their Aqua XL liners. What, does this one have a, like a specific name on it? M92, is that the name? I think so. Makeup Forever likes number names. I think it's M92. And the reason I've been opting for lavender instead of nude color is because I feel like it is just as brightening, but we've talked on my channel before about how part of my disability is the blue sclera, and how I used to hate it when I was younger. I thought it was so weird, but now I kind of love it because I think it's so weird. And so purple really brings out the blue in my eyes. So just so you know, if you've been watching my videos lately and you're like, wow, Abby's entire eyeball is really extra blue, it's because I've been using this on my waterline, and it's so weird, but I just love it a lot. These I don't find to hang out on my waterline as good as the hype would have you think. Like, I don't know. I will feel a little bit sad about saying that, but I feel like the Essence eyeliners that are like $1.99 hang out on my waterline just as good as these do. And these are like a cajillion times the price. These are upwards of $30, I believe. Hey, editing Abby, how much are these in Canadian dollars? People on YouTube are always talking about, like, wearable, everyday makeup, and I don't know what that means. Like, I don't understand. I wear so much makeup all the time because it's so much fun. Like, I was at work today. This is my everyday makeup. Is that too much? I don't know. And I've worn my Kat Von D Coven lipstick to work, and my Kat Von D Plan 9 lipstick to work, and a black lipstick to work, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I work in media, though, that it's a little bit different. So it's like, you're allowed to be a little more creative, but I don't know, no one's ever said anything to me. Now, I said before, and I will say it again, I do not think any normal person needs this many shades. Like, I don't have a face where I need this many colors. I really only use this color for contour. I use this color to, like, brighten under my eyes if I want to, and, like, this color to highlight if I feel like it, but really it's just these two. And I definitely don't do this every day. I wouldn't even say that I do this once a week. I only do this occasionally, like, when it feels like it's a special occasion day, and I'm like, I want to look extra today. I will use these. But when I do use them, they are so much fun. I feel like in videos that I've seen on YouTube, even by non-beauty YouTubers, like when I think of when Brett and Link of Good Mythical Morning were doing their contouring their bodies video, and they were using these palettes, they were like right away swiping the brushes in it, and it was coming out like really creamy, and it looked really easy to use, whereas maybe it's just like a top layer on my creams. I feel like I really had to dig in there and really get them working to get them to go. But I really don't mind. It almost makes it easier to use that way because then I'm not picking up too much product by accident, you know? But they go on very nicely with, I use like a flat foundation brush, and I just kind of swipe on a line, and then I pick up my Real Technique sponge, and I blend it out, and it blends out really, really easily, really seamlessly. And I know that I've said a lot of stuff on my channel before about cream contour, and I will gladly eat my words. I guess I was just kind of being put off by the Instagram look of like cream contouring, and then you're putting the powder contour on top, and it looks really fake. And I was really scared of that. I didn't want to look that intense. But you can definitely like shear these out, blend them out so that they look more natural, and then you don't have to go on top of it with a contour color. Just use your regular powder and it'll all blend seamlessly and no one will even know you've contoured. So if, like me, this is a product just like the erase paste, this is a product that you've been like looking at and listening after for a very, very long time, I would say just get it because it's fun and why not. As far as media and that is concerned for November, I have some things to tell you. The first movie I want to talk about is Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Came out this month, which is like the new Harry Potter movie, and everyone is like really stoked. I have to say, I am a big Harry Potter fan, but I was not stoked for this movie. Like, I was so blank-faced, so emotionless about it, and I was like, whatever, who cares? And I was really, really pleasantly surprised by the movie itself. Like, I actually did really enjoy it. I won't spoil anything, but it was kind of like a slow burn for me at first. Like, I wasn't super excited about it until we were about 45 minutes in, which some people might say is a long time, but it's like a 2-hour long movie. Like, 45 minutes is nothing compared to the whole movie. But once I got into it, it was really good, and I was really interested. So just keep that in mind when you go to see it. The first, like, half an hour, 45 minutes, I was, like, not super interested. But then it gets really good, and I really enjoyed it. As of me shooting this video, I haven't seen Moana yet. But I want to see it so bad. I have been waiting so long for this movie to come out. Since it was, like, first announced that they were doing this. Before there had even been any animation or any casting. There was just, like, the animation of the water and the name. And I was like, I'm here for this. I'm so excited. So I'll have to include that in my December favorites video if I like it. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to like it. But if I like it, it'll be in my December favorites video. But it did come out this month. Oh, and when we saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, there were so many trailers for movies that I need to see. Like Beauty and the Beast and Wonder Woman. And only those two come to my mind instantly. But Beauty and the Beast and Wonder Woman. And I need to see both of them. I'm so excited. 2017. Fuck me up. I started watching a TV show in November. That is very important to me now. It's been very important to me before, and it's very important to me that I talk to you about it because I started watching Friends. Okay, so here's the thing about Friends. I used to watch it when it was first airing with my home care worker, who we call my third grandma, because it was on and we really liked it, but I figured because it was like airing as I was very young that I wasn't going to remember a lot of it, but I'm remembering surprising amounts of it. Even in season 1 and in season 2, I was like, yeah, I remember this. So that's been really fun for me, and I started watching it like 2 weeks ago, and I'm already done season 3. Like, absolutely amazing. I just forgot how genuinely funny it is and how silly it is, and it's just like a really lighthearted, easy watch, and I just really enjoy having it on, and it makes sense to me now why like the big YouTubers like Jeff and Hill always have it on in the background, because it's just like, it's not heavy. Like, there can be heavy like times throughout the seasons or whatever, but overall they keep it very light, and it's a very like good place to go. Now the thing about Friends that has me a little messed up though is that I really thought that, you know how like it brings up that internet meme every time you watch Friends where it's like the tag yourself meme, right? Which Friends character are you? That's always everyone's thing. And there's always, like, even though the way Friends is written is so smart, you're supposed to be able to identify with every character at some point, but you're always more so one character than other ones. And so I was really certain in my Monica-ness, because I'm very, like, things have to be here or I'm gonna go insane. And I'm very just, like, I'm very particular about things like that, and I always thought it was Monica. And I asked my mom and my stepdad which Friends character I was, and they both said Monica. But then I asked at work, and someone I work with, wow, I'm talking with my hands a lot, someone I work with said Phoebe. I would have said Phoebe, and I was like, no, not Phoebe. Definitely not Phoebe. And then the more I think about it, the more he was right. I think I am more Phoebe than I am Monica. But I'm so Monica. But I'm also so Phoebe. I don't know. What do you think? Tag yourself. Which Friends character are you? And which Friends character am I? Let me know in the comments below what you think. And then lastly, but certainly not least, I actually do have a couple of music things that I want to mention. A literal couple. There's 2 of them. So the first one that I want to mention is a really great show here on YouTube is Good Mythical Morning with Rhett and Link. They've been on YouTube for like ever. And I try to watch their show in the mornings before I go to work. Most days. I definitely don't get to watch it every day. Sometimes I go like whole weeks without being able to see it. But it's such a good show, and they just launched their YouTube Red series, Buddy System. Now, I haven't seen Buddy System yet. I plan on watching it. I realize you have to pay for it, and I will pay for it. I'm not going to go and tell you to watch Buddy System, because I get that not everyone can afford to do so, and I really can't afford to do so, and I'm just going to do it anyway. So I get that, but I definitely recommend you watch their regular channel. But anyway, that's not important. What's important is that on YouTube, they've been putting out these songs from Buddy System. Now, Rhett and Link, over the years on their show, the regular show, have done like random little musical numbers, and they're always so funny. Like, when I think about classic YouTube songs, Turkey in a Trash Can comes to my head immediately. Chicken Noodle Soup Bath was like one of the first actual videos that I sat down and watched of theirs. Like, so many good ones. And I will admit that there's a couple from Buddy System that I don't love, but there are amazing ones. And the one specifically that I want to mention is called Roller Unity. And I can't include it in the video or else, I'll get sued for copyright infringement. But you need to listen to it because it's so funny, because it's about rollerblading. But every time I hear it, I just think like, man, I need more friends with wheelchairs so that we can cover this song. I have like 2 friends that are in wheelchairs. I need like a whole gaggle of us, whatever the term for plural cripples is. I need all of us in one place so that we can sing about how we have wheels and that's how we roll. Like that, it's so good. And even the song itself, like, it's just so funny and so good, you need to see it. And then, actually, if you have seen the Disney Channel at all in recent years, you might know Bridgit Mendler. She was on Jonas for like half a second when the Jonas Brothers had a show. She was on Wizards of Waverly Place for a little bit, and then they kind of gave her own show in Good Luck Charlie, and she was the main girl, whose name I can't remember in the show, but Bridgit Mendler is who I'm talking about. And Bridgit Mendler has an amazing voice. Bridgit Mendler is weird because she was always one of the better actresses on the Disney Channel, and her voice is so good. She did a lot of music with Disney Channel and Hollywood Records and that sort of thing. It was always very like poppy and very upbeat, and I really liked it, and her voice is so good, but she just released an EP away from Hollywood Records, and I was watching all these videos on YouTube. What else is new? I live here. About her talking about making this record, and she was talking about how it doesn't really paint her in the best light, the EP, because she wrote it like after a really serious breakup, and she said she felt kind of empty, and that's what she wrote it about, and that's like what it sounds like when you listen to it. The most popular song, the one that was the first single, is called Atlantis, and it's about like Atlantis, like underwater, and it kind of sounds like it's underwater, and it kind of, I just really like it. It's a very, if you like really chill, sort of just hanging out kind of music with that very like jazzy voice, you might really like Bridgit Mendler. So like I said, I will link to the playlist in the description box so that you can hear it for yourself to see if you like it. Maybe we will end up magically having similar music styles, and then we can be even better friends. Last year I asked you holiday movies. Now I want to know holiday music. What are some of your favorite holiday songs, albums? What do you love to listen to this time of year? So let me know in the comments below what you loved in November, what great stuff happened to you in November, how much fun you had, and then I also want to know what holiday music you love and some of your favorite holiday traditions. Let's go with that. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe to my channel if you haven't done already. I will see you next time. Bye!